Good afternoon and welcome to Campbelltown Stadium for this final match of round 8 of the Isuzu UTE A-League competition for the 2022-23 season. We have the home side, the Macarthur Bulls, taking on a resurgent Perth Glory. A couple of remarkable goals last weekend over the champions back in Western Australia for the first time this season. Saw Ruben Zadkovic's side record a precious 3 points that lifted them momentarily off the foot of the table. However, earlier today, in fact it's only just finished, Western United's second win of the campaign sees them climb provisionally back off the bottom, and Perth Glory will be looking to retake that 11th spot. Sitting just one above them are the Macarthur Bulls. Well, Dwight York was dealt a blow yesterday when striker Lockie Rose turned his ankle and is suffering from what looks like a suspected broken foot. He could be sidelined, as Dwight York told us in the pre-game show, for a number of weeks. Al Hassan Toure, who scored in the 4-2 victory over Perth Glory last season, comes into the starting 11 at the expense of Jed Drew. What looks like being that 3-5-2 formation, at least on paper. The good news is Ulises Davila, the Mexican, returned last week for the first time since week 2, and he will lead his side into battle once again. He was electric in that 4-2 victory last season, setting up Al Hassan Toure's winning goal with a wonderful piece of individual play down the right-hand side. The former Johnny Warren medalist is all class, and he's back for Macarthur. Well, for the visitors, that victory last weekend, a second win of the season for them over Western United. Williams and Clisby, the goal scorers, and despite having plenty of young options on the bench and in his squad, Ruben Zadkovic has gone with an unchanged starting 11. Since Bruno Fornaroli left the club, the goal-scoring responsibility has fallen on the shoulders of David Williams, the former Melbourne Heart, Melbourne City striker. As it's Macarthur that get us underway. Wonderful conditions for football out here in Sydney's southwest. And more importantly, we know how important a home ground is for a football club. Macarthur are looking to reassert themselves here on home territory. Andy Harper, they've never gone 3 defeats in a row here at home. That is what's staring them down the barrel against this in-form Perth Glory.
That's a terrific day shaped up in Campbelltown. And Perth Glory will certainly be buoyed by their win last week, although, as you've already made reference, it doesn't get them away from the bottom of the ladder. A win tonight will certainly do that, but equally for Macarthur, sitting in 10th, a win for them tonight puts them in 4th place. Quite remarkable. It's so close. Of course, early days in the season, and Melbourne City at 16 points, the outcome of last night's abandoned match yet to be ratified, but you'd expect them to pick up the 3 points. But it is a very bunched table and a great opportunity for Macarthur to get a good performance at 3 points and then look a lot healthier in the mirror when they compare themselves to the competition table. Great team they've put together, and they'll be very strong opponents today for Perth Glory.
Beavers again. Over the top for David Williams. Early cross, trying to catch out Ushkok. Here's Jelicic again, trying to fashion an angle for the shot. Finds Amini.
Well, it's a terrible shot in the end from Musti Amini, but Perth are looking pretty dangerous going forward. Jelicic has been very, very tricky. And there's been great positivity in the Perth approach. Clisby down the left. Williams on a couple of occasions of the David variety, delivering the ball into the box.
As Aspro Potamides. Looks for the safety of the touchline. It's another one for Khalifi. Jelicic. Back outside. And the free kick goes Perth's way for the foul from Daniel Arzani. He's a tricky customer, Salim Khalifi. Philip Curto, been a fantastic goalkeeper since arriving in the A-League in New Zealand with Wellington Phoenix, then Western United. And he could have some more work to do here. McInnes steps away, Clisby's left foot to take charge. Oh, David Williams runs into a wall as it comes in, and Curto with an effective enough punch away in the end. And Arabuli, as the home fans cheer to get him moving. He was looking for De Silva, he was short on ideas in the end, and it's picked off by Glory again. Ryan Williams. And again, free kick given away by Arzani.
Well, a lot of pushing and shoving, and Curto not overly convincing there as he came out.
Ryan Williams just looking skyward with that missed opportunity. He had the chance to run at Ushkok, and he just played the ball straight into the big defender's path. That's a good first touch from Williams, and a second for Ryan Williams now. The flag goes up in the end. There was a desperate block from the Macarthur defenders.
Yeah, clearly offside. Nice scrapping there to even set the chance up from David Williams.
There's always talk of moves here and there, which didn't, in the end, come off. Also played for the Mariners and Sydney FC. Here's McInnes. Bacchus closing him down. He looks inside and finds David Williams in space. He's cry of anguish, and when there was no advantage with that switch of play, the referee brings it back for the foul.
Well, McInnes dispossessing the Macarthur attack on halfway, and he's settling into A-League life. It was a scratchy start for Aaron, but he's really looking pretty good at the moment. Doing a good job as the defensive midfielder on Uli Davila. And breaking from that position, he's linking the attack quite nicely.
A Tottenham Hotspur youth product where Tim Sherwood once likened him to Roy Keane. I don't know if that's a blessing or a curse on a young budding footballer. Here he is standing over this free kick, though. A signal for his teammates, which is I'm going it alone. Off the top of the wall, corner kick for Perth Glory.
They made good contact with the set piece. Ball did its job nicely. They haven't been overly convincing from these defensive situations. And of course, Lashman and Beavers are very difficult to handle. It's a great advantage for Perth from corners and free kicks to have the big number 5 towering over everyone.
Good header away from Aspro Potomides. The second, though, just plays it straight into the path of David Williams, and Philip Curto has done very, very well there indeed.
Yeah, just wouldn't set for Dave Williams. Curto scrambled beautifully and played the ball off. That's pretty clever from Musti Amini.
without Lockie Rose now, the attacking options are somewhat reduced, as that is a great ball in and glanced across the face of goal by Keegan Jelicic.
Well, it's terrific again from Khalifi. This is the sort of thing that he's been doing with the
Beavers. With Clisby. A little bit lucky to get away with that. It was a good improvisation from Clisby in the end to take it around Toure. Acceleration from Amini, finding Jelicic, squaring it for Williams. Lovely strike, wonderful save. A minute before half-time, Philip Curto ensures that it's still scoreless at Campbelltown.
There's a terrific play from Perth. And you wind it back, the whole move started with that excellent bit of midfield play from Mustafa Amini. He carried the ball past two players, made the initial penetration, and then the pass out to the flank was excellent. Ryan Williams couldn't quite deliver the blow, but they kept the thing going, kept moving the ball to the other side. And in the end, it's a rasping shot from David Williams. Brilliantly saved from Philip Curto. Good action.
Arzani over the top for Arabouli. And the flag is up for offside against Arabouli. Most recently playing his football in Greece with Lamia after a spell at Panionios. He's also played in Hungary, as well as his native Georgia. Even had a spell with Alcorcon in Spain as well. Half-time in Campbelltown. Scoreless between the home side, Macarthur FC, and the visiting Perth Glory side. Chances few and far between, and nothing between them at the break. No changes to either side at the break, and it is Perth that get us underway without a whistle for the second occasion. Long ball forward and a clearance header. It's immediately Perth onto the front foot again, Andy Harper, as it was for most of the first half.
Very energetic from Perth, and Ruben Zakovic will have been ramming the point home at half-time that we've established that level, we've got to maintain that level if we want to realise our season ambitions, and if we want to realise our ambitions for today. And Dwight York will be looking for a little bit more of that.
In Australian football, it would be for the Georgian. He hasn't had much of a sniff so far. Craig Noon missing due to yellow cards. 5 yellow cards. He's only started 4 matches this season. It has to be one of the fastest suspensions in the history of the A-League for yellow cards, I would imagine.
In defence of him, if he needs it, because he defended himself on this point, but he didn't reckon 2 were yellow cards. I didn't have a forensic recall on all 5 yellow cards, so I'm prepared to take his tip, because you do get some controversial ones.
And it's not like he said none of them were yellows.
No. And he was gracious enough to concede that the refs have the job to do. Here's a chance for Macarthur.
And look, they've got numbers forward here with Davila through the legs. Davila, brilliant square ball. And he's furious at Al Hassan Toure for not being there when it looked like it was opening up for the shot.
Very, very irritable. Good bit of work there from Arabouli. His best bit, actually, and I think most people are expecting him to shoot. Was there any communication at all between Davila and Al Hassan Toure, who wasn't on that replay, on that evidence, actually making...
Now, Toure, a chance to accelerate. And that's a yellow card for someone on the Perth Glory bench. Is it the coach? Yes, it is. Meany with Muir passing it around under pressure and managing to get the second balls as well. Meany with Ryan Williams. Jelicic wanted it into feet. Williams taking on Bacchus. He's done well, he just sits it up to the back post. An outrageously acrobatic effort from David Williams flies over the crossbar.
That was wonderful work from both Perth players. I mean, acrobatically from David Williams, but it was R. Williams. Beautiful turn, rolled the ball out magnificently. On the Harvey Norman replay, that acrobatic effort, that's beautiful from Ryan Williams, and he just burns Bacchus, and then it's a wonderful effort from Davey Williams.
0.96 for the away side, very much in favour of Perth Glory. There you see it there as Al Hassan Toure. Oh, getting the better of Clisby through the legs, down to the byline, and Clisby, who was holding on and pulling him back and dragging him, managed to get back in front.
Yeah, and only just legally. And Al Hassan Toure does very well here, but that's a foul. Reaching out, that's a foul. And there's no advantage accruing. It should be a free kick. The advantage plays there. You can tell it's an advantage because he's clear in the box. He just could never get clear because, like a barnacle, Jack was hanging on.
In it comes towards Potomides. Now Bacchus back with Toure. The cross in is a good one. Arabuli! Well, we've hardly seen him in an attacking sense for 70 minutes this afternoon. And then it's a wonderful delivery to the back post. And completely unmarked. In the end, a simple header for the Georgian, who gets his first ever goal in A-League football.
Well, the Harvey Norman replay will show a beautiful cross from Al Hassan Toure. Rare occasion this evening, Perth not really zipping out to close the ball carrier down. And on the back post, like Newcastle's Georgian Becca Mikeltadze against the Mariners a week ago, it's now Vasha Arabuli to give Macarthur the lead. He's barely made a dent in the game, but he's given his team, importantly, the lead.
Wietza sliding in, gets the better of Duncan. And again now over the top for the speedster Jed Drew, but he's up against a speedster in Khalifi. Oh, Khalifi's hurt himself here. Jed Drew looks up, and it's well defended by Muir, and this doesn't look good. Oh, is it just a bit of crowd?
I think it's just crowd.
That's all right, because he got up and then went straight back down.
Well, Jed Drew, for the second time since he's come on, it was only a couple of minutes ago, has found himself inside the penalty area.
Here's Clisby with Azubel, looks up, crosses towards Ryan Williams. Aspro Potomides with a glancing defensive header. Now Duncan back in, and that's hopelessly overhit.
It was an excellent header defensively from Aspro Potomides. It's a good running behind from Azubel, who cuts the ball back nicely. And that's really deft work from Aspro Potomides. Had a fantastic game himself today.
And the referee ruling in favour of the home side. He's going to take something very special now for Perth. There is still time, as Anthony Carter has caught Clisby and Latchman. Clisby, in fact, both players down in agony. Let's have a look. I think he's managed to somehow land on both of them at the same time, Anthony Carter. Who's staying forward with Hatch. Inside and out, taking on Miller, gets the cross in. Goal kick. Initially, said the referee before changing his mind. And there is one final chance coming here for the visitors.
Nervous moments for Macarthur. 4th place. The comp is theirs for the time being.
Clisby hobbling into the game. McIneff's ball near post. Carter with the header away. And McInneff again. 30 seconds left. It will play out here now. This time it's back post. Curto comes and not enough pace on it from Aaron McInneff. They've got players down. They're dropping like flies, and a speedster in possession. Jed Drew wide now for Danny De Silva. Is there to be the coup de grace for Macarthur? That might just be enough. Azabel asking where the penalty was, if VAR were having a look at it. The throw is taken. Carter heads for the safety of the corner. Oh, it's a clever little rollback for Drew. And now De Silva on his right foot, trying to bend it. It's over. Referee Tim Danaskas has a look at the watch. Will there be time for one more effort for Perth Glory? Duncan. Good challenge. De Silva. Frustration for Zach Duncan. Frustration today for Perth Glory, who had the better of the opening first 45 minutes. And they probably can't wait for Adam Taggart to get here in January, because they had the ball, they had the shots, they had the chances, and they come away empty-handed. Bachana Arabuli's first goal in Australian football for Dwight York's side mean it's not a 3rd consecutive home defeat for the Macarthur Bulls. It's a 3rd victory of the season, which in the end sees them rocket up the standings. They've climbed 6 spots, courtesy of that victory, from 10th to 4th in the standings for the Bulls. It's finished here at Campbelltown Stadium. Macarthur FC 1, Perth Glory 0.